Hello friends, my name is Jitendra Bafna. Today we will going to see how to perform a Newman and the Postman test cases using Travis CI and the MuleSoft. So basically in last video we have already gone through the basic of the Travis CI. So where we have seen like how we can perform the automated deployment for your MuleSoft application using Travis CI. We also have seen like various GitHub command like how you can push the code to the GitHub, how you can pull the code to the GitHub, how you can check out the branches, various commands like, and apart from that how you can create the branches. So we have seen various kind of things in our last video. Okay, so in this video we will go much into the deeper part. So let me show you what we have done. So in last video I have already deployed one of the application into the Cloud Hub, and apart from that we have declared some variables. So let me show that variables. So we have declared what should be the application name when we are deploying to the Cloud Hub, what in which environment you have to deploy, or like what is the mule version, what is the password, what is server, what is username, what is the workers, and what is the worker type. These are all the environmental variable attached with your this Travis CI pipeline. So my recommendation would be like you need to go with my first video on the Travis CI before watching this video. Okay, because that video covers lot of things, lot of basic things are related to Travis CI. Please watch that video before watching this. Okay, and apart from that, like you can declare this variable at a branch level also. Like currently if you see here, you can see like a dev branch, okay, and like if you want to declare this variable at a master branch level, so you can do it. Apart from otherwise you can declare at all the branches level. So these are the variables I have already declared. The server is, what is the server? Like in last video I already shown you like we can create one Travis settings.xml. Okay, that Travis, like it's a simple settings.xml which available with your maven.m2, right, at the .m2 folder. It's same thing. So basically here I'm giving the ID, that is the server ID, the environment username and the environment password. So if you see this username and the password, so this is how you can read the like env.username then env.password in .settings.xml. This is the environmental username and the password, and this username and password belongs to Anypoint Platform. This is the Anypoint Platform login, and this is the server ID. So if you see the parameter, I have also given the parameter called server. Okay, and the server is nothing, it's an Anypoint Platform, so it can read the proper username and the password. Okay, and other thing like if you go to pom.xml, so there's a maven plugin, right? So maven plugin is basically is used to package and deploy your application on the Cloud Hub, on-premise, or whatever on MuleSoft runtime. So here we will going to do the deployment on the Cloud Hub. Okay, so that's why under the configuration I use the Cloud Hub deployment. I'm passing the various attributes: server, environment, workers, worker type, mule version, application name, and the object store version equals to true. And this is my variable $server, $environment, workers, worker type. So when we pass the maven command, we always use -d and the variable name. Okay, so I will show you that also. The first thing we have to create one YAML file, or like first we create a Postman test collection. So basically I have already deployed one application on the Cloud Hub, and the URL for that particular application is this. It's already there. So I will do one new collection. I can say Travis test app collection. I will simply say create, and add request. I can say fetch date time. I can say date time, where it's gone, it's there. I can paste this URL, I can send the request. I got 200, that's fine. I will declare some test cases. The first test case I want like status code 200, enter. Response time is less than 200 milliseconds, but I will increase to 1000 milliseconds. Then make sure you save everything. Now send the request. So you can see both the test cases has been passed. So now save the request, go to collection and just say export, and I can export on the desktop. So it has exported, and simply I will copy this file. Okay, and I will paste it at the root of your Travis application, MuleSoft application. Now next thing, I will create one YAML file. So for Travis to initiate the deployment, there should be one file present at a root folder, that .travis.yml. So let me save this. Just I will put first parameter will require language. So we will going to use the Java. So let me save this. So you have to save it at your root of your folder. So I will go to my workspace and I will go to my application. My application is this, and I can name this as a dot travis dot yml, simple, and I can say all types, save it, the language. Now second thing, you have to define the JDK. So in this case, you can give one space or two space, open JDK 8, enter. After giving the JDK, you need to declare a environmental variable. So you can simply say env two spaces and space again, and you can say node version. So you can declare the environmental variable here also. You can say 12. Okay. Once you declare the environmental variable, I want to cache all my dependency, a mule dependency. Two spaces, say directories, two spaces, then give the path. It's a $home. So I want at the $home of a Travis dot cache. Okay. Next thing, what you want to do. So basically what we have done, we have declared language, environmental, cache, all this variable has been declared. So next thing, we have to define the stages. Like first we will deploy the application, then we will perform the testing. We will run the Postman test collection using Newman utility. For running the Newman, we have to install some npm and the node.js package. I will show you what are the commands you can use to install those packages. The first thing, we will create jobs. Under jobs, I always put two spaces, say include. So here I will define some space stage. So always dash stage. The first stage will be deploy. You can say name, so you can declare some name. I can say, I put deploy to Cloud Hub development environment. The next thing, you have done this. Now you can say script. I want to run some script. So again, put two spaces and give the command. The first thing, I have to copy a settings.xml from my application available in GitHub to the local or to the M2 repository of your Travis CI. So for that, you can use cp command and give the file name as a travis.settings.xml. You have to copy to $home.m2/ I will say settings.xml. So it can use the Anypoint, it can read the Anypoint platform username and the password looking at that server ID. Okay, this is done. The next thing, we will perform deployment. mvn clean install deploy. Simple, say -d mule deploy. Now we have to pass the variable. The first variable is, copy this, you always say d, then -d, -d. So I will copy all the variables so I don't do the spelling mistakes. So this is my app name. Okay, and now I have to assign a environmental variable which we have declared in the Travis CI. So you can say $server, okay, equals to $. I have used the same name for the environmental variable and the variable which I have declared in the pom.xml. Okay. worker type, then say dollar app name. Okay, let me read everything. Spelling mistakes, I don't want it. Worker type, workers, environment, server. Okay, so these are the things we need to do. Now next thing what we have to do, so there are something, so we will declare one more stage, that is test. Enter. So I can say name perform Newman test. Okay, what we have to do now, we have to install npm utility. Okay, so I will give two space, and the first command I will say mvm. This is the node version manager, so install. So basically I want to install the node version of 12. Next command should be npm install. What we have to install, Newman utility. So Newman is the part of npm utility. Okay, these are the two command. Now there is a one more command you can use, before script. So before you are running the script, you need to do some checks. The first check, you have to check the version of npm version. The second, you have to read the version of node. Now third, before that I need to do one more thing. So you have to use the version 12. So for using the version 12, you can use mvm use, copy this, and here I done the mistake, it should be dollar. So to read the environmental variable, we use the dollar. Copy this, copy this. Okay, node version is done. Now we have to also check the version of Newman. So directly you cannot write Newman version. So first you have to write node modules. So this is the path for your Newman in the Travis CI dot bin slash Newman. Okay, no, node module slash dot bin slash Newman. So your version. Okay, so these are the commands you need to execute. So let me check if I'm doing right things. Yes. Okay, and here I forget one thing. So basically this script needs to be performed on the development branch. Okay, so you can say on space branch, you can say dev. Okay, now before we need to run the script also, script. So we need to run the Newman test cases. So for that, copy this path. Okay, Newman, you can say run, and the file, which we have created and which we have kept it at the base location. Copy this name of the file. Let me do one thing. Where is my script? Okay, I will say JSON and use disabled Unicode, so it can show the result in the proper way. Again, you can say on branch dev. So let me check everything. If I have done everything properly, stage, make sure everything is proper indentation and everything is properly done, otherwise it will not work. So directories, home, environment, let me verify with this files also. All good, all good. On branch. Okay, let me save this file and let me check whether it's updated here. Okay, so these two files are very important, so make sure like it's available here. Let me refresh it. Now I will go to my, I will just commit everything to my dev branch. So as soon as I will commit to dev branch, it will start my job. So let me go to branches. Right now nothing is there, so let me execute the command git add dot. Okay, git commit -m, I can say added collection. and YAML file. Okay, enter. Okay, now the next command is git push origin dev. You can say gt in the whatever my password. So it has pushed the code. So let me refresh it. So you can see that my code start building. So if you see it, there are two jobs, 23.1 and 23. One is deploy stage, deploy to cloud up, deploy to cloud of development environment, and second is perform Newman test. So let me refresh my dev branch also. Let me check my dev branch. So if you check your dev branch, everything is just now committed. You can see less than 1 minute. So what I let if you this will like if this gets successful, it will run the test also. Okay, so let me click on this branch and click on this so we can follow the log. Okay, so I will pause the video till it get deployed because it will take some time. So guys, you can see like the application is deploying again, so it's just updating the application. So you can see deploying artifact, it's already exists, so it's redeploying it and starting the application. So once this part completed, then it will start the stage 2. So I will pause the video again, the deployment may take some time. Yeah, so welcome back. So you can see the application has been deployed. Okay, and so let's see the logs, exactly what is happening there. So it's still checking the status. As soon as it get the status, it will be in green state. Okay, okay, now it's become green. Okay, so it's deployed. Now it will start the second stage. So keep eye here. So it started the second step. So it's booting the virtual machine and it will perform the test cases on that. So you can click it here so you can follow the log. So it so it's installing the Newman. Okay, you can check it, just check all the versions, all versions are fine. Okay, and now it's performing the test cases. Okay, so you can see the, so what happens like you got the response time in like around 7 seconds. So one of the test cases failed. So that's fine because you know what happens generally, when you perform the test case for the first time, so it get failed. So we can rebuild this job again. Okay, so restart the job. Okay, you can rebuild it. Okay, so what it will do, it will redeploy the application. Or what you can do apart from that, you can increase the timeout. Okay, so or you can increase, basically you can increase the timeout and because it sometime it take lot of time, for this response to come back from the Anypoint platform. So we have just given the 1 second, we would have been given the more time. So what I will do now, so I will just cancel this one and I will increase the time in the Postman collection. So I will just make it, this to 20 seconds so it doesn't get failed. Okay, let me save this, save it, and let me export this again. Export and save. So this shows like, your test case failed, then it can become also green and red. Okay, so, I will copy this file again. I will just replace this file in my, okay, then I will check it, check in this code. So you can check git status. Okay, there's a one file, git add dot git add dot git commit. So I can say -m test cases updated. Okay, git push origin dev. So you can see new request comes. Okay, so now again deploy and the test. So it will take some time, so I will pause the video again till it get installed. Yeah guys, welcome back. So you can see the application has been successfully deployed. So hopefully the test cases will also run successfully because we have increased the time. Let me check if I increase the time properly. Yeah, I increase it 20 seconds. So just click on this to follow the log. So installing the Newman. Okay, everything is successful. So you can see no failed and everything is successful. Okay, everything is green, and even I will receive the mail also for the same, for the successful thing. So you can see the passed. So everything has been passed. Your build 24 is passed, so you receive the email and it also become the green. Okay, and apart from that, if you want to check the cache and all these things, so cache creates here. So it created the cache, so you can use this. And apart from that, you can go to branches. Here it shows all the history, like how many things has been failed, everything. So click on this so you can see the history. So I hope you like the video and it may have clear your concept. Okay, I thanks for watching.